Hello, everyone. This is the second part. I hope you watched the first, otherwise, you will be confused. I'm at the final nine of Trio Alec, Rhea, Connor, Trio Gret, Gabby, Ellie, Lovers Tom, Jake, and my all too special Tess. There's some things from the previous video you'll need to know about the dynamics. I have two versions to go with, and a couple minor ones I'll go over shortly after. But I'll start with the one I think is more better for the story. I want Rhea to be done and go off, as I'm sure we all want, but if she goes now, then she had an uncompleted storyline with Connor. Alec's story is perfect for an ending right now. He thinks he's at his highest in the game, but gets undone by his confidence over Ellie and Gabby after having previously manipulated Gabby to come over to his side for revenge. Now, it is disappointing to not have a completed story with Connor. If Connor is not the one to vote him out, but in this timeline, Amex would have kept Connor as a friend. It's more for a dis-direction and ally gaining, but it's for friendship, or at least what he'll tell him. I am thinking of a 4-3-2 vote, but you can easily have Connor betray Alec too. Maybe give up information that Alec was going to betray Ellie or Gret down the line to them. It could be on purpose hating how Alec is playing despite it not being unethical in this version, or it could be an accidental slip up, but he causes Alec to lose his allies. Alec told him because he's really close to Connor and considers him a friend, that will be what gets him out. Uh, Alec's romance with Rhea, but no attraction to her, could be good, I think, but it just isn't. It could cause a divide between him and Connor here, but there would be no point. Ninth place, Alec, then Ellie's new four-person alliance, making up half the tribe. They will have dominance. Now, this is the do or die challenge. I guess they got from Survivor 41 and 42. It's stupid, and I'm not doing it because it doesn't fit anything. Jake and Connor would have form a bit of friendship like they did the original and want to work together, but Rhea is completely disagreeable, either because he betrayed Alec if we are doing that. They split their votes, and Ellie's alliance votes out, Jake making him 8th place, not being able to stand his conflict with her. Jake trying to get close to Tom, but him still hitting paid between them. Jake will redirect his issues towards Ellie, because why not? But now, in the next round, former enemies Connor and Jake and Tom team up with Gret, who sees Ellie as major threat, who's not completely fallen in with her. At this point, Gabby and Gret will have become friends through Yule's abuse, despite him not being around. She will still have that baggage from him. Gabby will see firsthand in the return challenge where Yule was partnered with Gret, and they would have been the closest to returning. Next to Ellie, you can have the same thing with Alec and Fiore sabotaging people and Ashley stopping them. Leaving the room open for Yule and Gabby conflict, then Yule blaming Gabby and possibly Gret too. Gabby will feel bad and connect to Gret like the original. But that's why this betrayal will hurt when Gret votes out her girlfriend, but it won't be found out yet. 7th goes to Ellie, and Gabby thinks Tess betrayed her again, and she is now loyal to Gret, who feels bad for taking advantage of her having flipped, but will do so anyway. 6th vote out is Tess when Gabby, Gret, and Rhea align to take her out because of the whole thinking she betrayed Ellie thing. Tess will have a story of trying to be mentally strong, but feel like a bad friend after seeing Gabby upset and her own betrayal of her friend. So she devotes her loyalty, but still thinking Ellie's wrong, creating issues, making it easy to frame her, but have a mending moment with Ellie over her money problems and mentally ill girlfriend, as Tess is struck by Ellie's elimination and wanting to avenge her, but Gabby doesn't believe her, giving her guilt problems on betraying her friend earlier and wanting to prove she's a good friend before her elimination. Tess' story arc is not that great, but I still think it's better than Ally's original story. There is that YouTube video of rewriting things, so Tess will be the main villain, which doesn't make sense for her character, but I can see the therapist thing becoming a villain arc. This probably isn't better, but it's what I can write. Ellie's story works for being eliminated early, and Tess doesn't have a story, but trying to make up with Gabby and following Ellie after her return to make up with her, but then getting revenged on. So you might need to delve into her depression story from season 2 for her to be better at helping Gabby with her mental issues. Next round, now Gret knows Gabby's loyal to Tom, so She has everyone but Gabby vote fifth out Tom. Connor wouldn't be so loyal to Tom. It might be hard to make it believable. Connor would side with Gret, but he still is connected to Rhea despite not being aligned the last few episodes. Because Rhea is with Gret, Connor goes with them. Gabby feels betrayed at this. Plus, Tom tells Gabby Gret flipped on Ellie, and Connor finally has had enough and teams with Gabby, dealing what's going on with Gret and Rhea. And so Gret tries to make up with Gabby, but it's not working. No, you probably noticed I don't have any advantages or idle usage here. I don't want to add it because it makes my thoughtful and sense-making eliminations harder to make. So you can have Gret find it again and give it to Rhea when the other three had had enough of her. So Gret will have numbers. But I'm not sure how you make Gabby realize Gret betrayed her. So it might be shoehorned in. Or Connor seeing this the next episode finally spills to Gabby, which might be hard for her to believe, but I don't have time to make her doubt it. Fourth place, Rhea, after Gret wins immunity. Rhea is bitter, but realizes she was bad and is sorry later for how she treated Connor, who can't forgive her. I don't want Rhea to be the big bad villain, but she is basically the last hurdle. And so instead of making her the despicable villain who loses right at the end, because there's no way I'm making her winner despite thinking it is the better option to Jake, Rhea is going to be the hated loser who loses right before then end, but starts to feel guilty in the loser's motel episode. Then, in the finale, being Connor's helper, wanting to help him. Gret is partnered with Yul, and Gabby's partner doesn't matter. Gabby will see Yul treating Gret and will get mad. Finally reconnecting with her friend who betrayed her. Gret finally breaks up with Yul, and Gabby forgives, then helping the breakup. Gabby gets third, and this will fit her storyline of being the self-proclaimed villain, wanting to avenge her girlfriend, then getting touchy-feely with her friend over her relationship. The final two is Gret and Connor, and honestly, there is no better final two. It's one of these two who should get to win. It was that way in the original, though. I guess Connor had more of a story than here. But I will have Gret get second then first belonging to Connor. I think Gret's story is a good story, but it isn't a winning story. Her win is breaking up with Yul. Connor getting over Rhea has been showcased through the season and is a winning story. If you don't agree, I don't mind Gret winning. But let's go back to what I said earlier. What if, instead of Alec, Rhea gets eliminated in ninth place? This makes sense because no one likes Rhea and she should go earlier. You can't complete her arc, but who cares? Less Rhea, yay. Eighth goes to Tom instead of Jake. Same split vote deal. Alex making Connor not go with Jake, and Tom since he is not personally allied with them. Ellie still gets seventh with Gret flipping with Alec, plus his extra vote, Connor, who felt betrayed by Ellie, and the fourth vote is Jake, him finally getting revenge on Ellie. Sixth place belongs to Tess, who Gret framed as Flipper being believable since she already flipped on Ellie. Now the final five. Fifth place, Alec, who everyone but Gret votes since they're working together as villains. Here, Connor and Jake have been getting closer, encouraging him to move away from Alec, and Gabby finds out Gret is Flipper, but Gret was immune, so couldn't target her this round. As to how Gabby learned, I don't know. There's like 3 people who can spill who do know, and they need to turn Gabby to them. If you want to do with an idol, Gabby was with the villains through her bestie Gret, but Connor found the idols and gave to Jake. This is the best version with the idol since Connor is betraying his friend Alec, who's been using him so that he can save his true friend Jake. But no hard feelings between him and Alec. Gabby will somehow have to learn of Gret's betrayal, but literally anyone can tell her. As to why not tell her before, Gret was keeping them safe if they knit quiet. But in the fourth place round, it's Gabby, since Connor and Jake had the power. Gabby wouldn't work with Gret voting for her, making it a 2-1 split. I don't really have my winner decided. Third can go to Jake or Connor. Gabby teams with Gret, making up with her. Yul is further unused here, but the message comes across at the motel. Gret can win or lose, and it can be Jake or Connor. I don't care. This isn't my favorite storyline, but I guess people would prefer a Gret win, since Connor deserves it less here and Jake never deserved it. That's both my main 2 versions. Now I'm going to go over my other path versions you can do. I won't go in depth, just some mentions. Going back to the original Alec Goes Home, I have a Final Four change where fourth place Connor quits to stop Rhea because of injury. I guess I'll reuse that, but I don't really care for it. The same thing happens with Gabby and Gret's storyline. Third Gabby, then a final two of Raya versus Gret. Now, this is a final clash. Second Rhea, same thing with Connor leaving her. First Gret. First and second places can change if you want Rhea to win to have her winning the money, but everyone hates her and she's a lone storyline. Or another Final Four change where Gret gets fourth place. The problem is you can't do the Yule and Gret finale, unfortunately. Third place, Gabby. Second place, Connor. Winner, Raya. Or you can change Rhea and Connor winning. A Connor and Raya finale is what things have been building up to. A final clash between them where either Rhea wins and is alone or she's still alone, but we give Connor a bone here. Bad thing is I cut out the Yule-Gret relationship and breakup parts, so you have to add a tiny bit of that at the end here, as well as Gret making up with Gabby over telling her about it. Now, I do want mention here again, Rhea and Connor are not on opposite sides, so it's hard to write their feud, but they can still fight and Connor be sick of her, and he can have his story of doing something for once in his life himself. Connor being loyal to Rhea and Alec and never turning on them might be weak, though. If he's not turning on one of them, so he has to be betrayed by their elimination, then turn on the other. Another story change is a Final Five change. Rhea injures Connor accidentally and is bad, but she is immune, and Gabby realizes what Gret did thanks to Tom, and she gets Tom and Connor. So Gret goes fifth place. With Tom and Gabby at the helm, it's either fourth place Connor or fourth place Connor or fourth place Rhea, depending on if Rhea wins immunity. And then I don't really like the finalists here. Tom should not go this far in any story. Or we can do a different version where we do fifth place Rhea because Gret is immune after being outed for her betrayal. Then again, is making fourth place Connor, making Connor and Rhea's storyline worthless. All while Tom shouldn't be a finalist, even if he gets third. And we have a Gabby versus Gret final two, but I do think that would be good. Um, or have fourth place Gret, but then again, don't like finalists. Gret can win the efforts version and Connor can win the second, but there's no villain for him or face if it's Gabby and Tom. A final 8 change now. This is still the Alec at 9 timeline. Eighth place Tom instead of Jake. Seventh Ellie, sixth Tess, then same thing with Gabby, but hard for her to believe the good guys are telling the truth. Then after Rhea and Gret are isolated, making fifth place Raya, fourth place Gret, but bad final 3. Jake and Connor shouldn't be in finals together where it's going to be one of them who wins, or have fourth place be Gabby after Gret wins immunity. And it's the same finalists as my Rhea eliminated both version finalists plus same fourth placer. Or go back to the final 9 change where Rhea's eliminated eighth placer Jake instead of Tom. Same deal with Tess and Ellie. That's set in stone. Now we have where fifth place Alec and fourth place Connor, since Tom, Gret and Gabby are working together, or Gret be on outs with Alec because Connor flipped, but she's immune both rounds. So we have a Tom, Gabby, and Gret finale. Same Gabby versus Gret deal. Or we have fifth place Tom because Alec and Connor duo plus Gret villains alliance. Gabby is betrayed. Fourth place Alec and same final 3 I had in first scenario. Connor, Gret, and Gabby, where Gabby takes the bronze and blah, blah, blah. You already know the deal. That's it. That's everything. If you want it simplified, rewatch it because I even need to simplify for myself. But I'm done. That's the video. I'm sure many of you would agree any of this is better than the actual version that everyone hates got. If not, then that's pathetic. But I am the absolute king, and this has been the video. Goodbye.